Hi, everybody. I just wanted to make sure that you all understand the importance of going through this in the next 2 days. It should take about an hour on Wednesday to go through these 6 steps right here. For the AP students, you may see extra steps. You need to create 2 accounts, 2 additional accounts, one in our e-textbook and one in the AP College Board site. So, but just in general, for every little step that you do, you are going to have to demonstrate that you did it in one way or another. The very last step, I'll start at the end with the end in mind here. You're going to be making a screencast. Now, a screencast on my computer looks like this up here. You can see, oops, I can't get my spotlight on there, but I have a little pink arrow with a red dot on it because I am making a screencast. So you are going to do the same thing, but you have to get those extensions. These are all called extensions. So you will be loading these up onto your computer. That's one of the steps that you're going to do. Actually, it's not until tomorrow, right down here, number 8. But I'm going to have you go through a lot of steps ahead of time because I want you to be super organized and ready for this quarter. So you're going to have to start with making sure you understand the class expectations. So make sure you do every single thing that the sentence tells you to do or that the step tells you to do. This one, you are going to want to click the syllabus and you're going to scroll all the way down. Once you read the whole thing, your parents are going to fill out a form. So that is going to show up for me up here in Google Forms. So you need to do it so that I see that you did it. Almost everything will. Even this one right here, I call and text you all a lot if you're missing something, if you're falling behind. There's a lot of reasons why we're reaching out to you now, especially since we're online. We need to communicate easily and you need to be able to get a hold of me. But the most frustrating thing for all of our teachers has been that we try to call you and you don't have your voicemail set up. This goes for parents too. If parents are listening to this, you need to set up your voicemail. It's time to adult it and allow people to leave a message. So I would, just say, hi, this is Christina. I'm not here right now. Leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. A personal one is much better, especially if you're going to be getting a volunteer job, if you're going to be getting a job of any sort. You want to make sure that you have the social skills necessary to talk on the phone. And part of that is allowing people to leave a message. So again, I will see that when I try to call you, but obviously, it's an important thing to do. So that's maybe the only one that doesn't have any links to it. This one on step 3 and 4, and again, the steps may be different for the AP class, but I want you to spend some time in Google Drive. Notice I have 2 links here. Okay, number 1 is how to organize your Google Drive. I want to make sure that you have watched this video. You need to make sure you watch it. And you also need to add the bookmark to Drive. Notice all my bookmarks up here. Okay, I have one that's called Daily. You also should create one that's called Daily, things that you're going to every single day. Schoology, for example. Like if you're up in there and you want to click the star, let me move my pretty little picture there. If I click the star right here to bookmark it, you do want to give it I don't want it. I have mine in folders because obviously as I click them, you can see I always take out the words when I bookmark them. If it's just, on my daily thing, I know what all the icons stand for. That's the little LCAP page. That's my drive that you're about to do. But you want to make sure when you click the bookmark, you don't just have it go into your bookmarks bar because that will lead to a big cluster up here at the top in your bookmarks bar. You want to make sure that you go to more and down here at the bottom, create a folder and give it a name so that you're bookmarking everything into your classes. All your classes should have a folder up top, and then again, another one that says daily. Before you start bookmarking, you might want to take a look at what your Chromebook tech people have already given you. On mine, I have all these, and I think you guys it looks a little different. You may see the school website in there already, which is fine. That means you don't need to click the daily. You don't need to put it in your daily website. Your daily bookmark. So anyway, it's really, really important that you click every single line. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. Students fell behind last quarter because they just didn't follow directions. They went out of order. They didn't really want to watch the video because they thought they knew how to do it. You cannot do that. You cannot skip any little step. Read the directions really carefully and make sure you go in order. That is the biggest thing that is going to make you successful this quarter is just go in order, read every single step, pause your videos. If I'm showing you how to do something, make sure you pause it, do it. Pause it, do it on yours. Okay, I'm going to show you how to get the scissor extension up here too from your Chrome store so that you can split your screen as you're watching videos. Okay, you guys, I will stop talking, and I hope that you, in the next 2 days, can work your way down here. The longest one you will see down here is a Flipboard account. It's very important that you guys start watching the news and a lot of different news sources. People like to say, oh, they think that, media is all fake or whatever. And generally people say that if it's something that they disagree with. You need to be a very smart media literate person and understand that, there are 2 sections in every newspaper. There is the news and then there are opinions. Many news sources have more opinions than they do actual news. So that doesn't mean that the actual news is bad. Every good newspaper has 2 sections. But some people read only the opinion section and are like, oh, the whole newspaper is opinionated, which does not make sense. You want to make sure that you are sticking to good news sources. Read this very, very carefully. I think one of the first things that Flipboard will ask you is, what are your interests? And do not say you are interested in, if you're politically interested in, like, say, conservative news or liberal news, don't just click one of those. Because then all your news will be, you'll live in, like, it's called an echo chamber. The only information you get is that biased side. So you can click both. That's what I do, because I like to see both sides, both perspectives. But you also want to be very, very careful of the types of news that you are getting, making sure that it's not propaganda, that it's not advertisements, right? Especially now in an election cycle. This chart is very, very helpful. It shows you, what the biases are in the news. And when you click this chart, you will want to stay high with those, very good evidence-based news sources, not the ones on the side. You can stay in a range in the middle. That's good to see some, more conservative, some more liberal, and some of them are more liberal issues, some of them are more conservative issues that they cover. That's what that means. It doesn't mean that the people who cover them are necessarily of that bias. So anyway, read it very, very carefully, and then you're going to, make a little. You may. Some people have said they can't do it because it says you need to be 18 to do it. If that's true, then don't go that far. Anyway, it's a good way to get the news. There's also obviously Google News you can do too. Okay, I'm done here. Just make sure you do that in the next couple days. And I'm going up here to stop my recording.